What up, it's your boy Big Snow. You already know what it is, and I'm coming up next right here on BallerAlert. Let's get it. Last thing you want is somebody in the circle that has a complaining engine, because we all trying to figure it out.
Hear it.
Even the ad-libs are stacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They're not, because I just use my voice like an instrument, right? So I get the tone, man, of my career, my age, and everything. So I'm just leaning into my true self.
Push up in a Rari with Ferrari, and you know BT. Ask your question, you like me? Mental health check, talk to me. Somebody got you effed up. Call and get it off your mind. Catch us in the A, turn us up while you in traffic slime. Welcome to the greatest show on earth. Yeah, this the BallerAlert. Yeah, this the BallerAlert. Yeah, this the BallerAlert. Welcome to the greatest show on earth. Yeah, this the BallerAlert. Yeah, this the BallerAlert. Yeah, this the BallerAlert.
Powered by the Nagel Law Firm Studios. Welcome to the BallerAlert show. Brought to you by Revolt. I go by the name Ferrari. Simmons.
I go by the name, BT.
Jeezy in the building.
Hey! What up, though? What's happening with it?
How you doing, sir?
Damn, I'm doing better than most, baby. You know what I mean?
I
mean that respectfully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you always hustling, man. You got the energy drink.
You got the energy drink.
Yeah.
You got the water.
Yeah.
Well, I know you always had the water, the Defiance fuel.
Gotta have the water, baby. I got a little protein mixing in that, but energy drink is up next. Everybody gotta have the edge. You know what I'm saying? I get Red Bull, but that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This is something better for my people. It also doubles as a mixer as well, so you can mix it with your cocktail too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Smart man.
Yeah, twofold.
Yeah.
Twofold.
How is Jeezy doing at this very moment?
Man, I'm probably, if I'm honest, on a scale of 10 to 10, I'm probably at a 12.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. Life is good, bro. Like, I can't even, like, it's beautiful. I mean, once you get on the other side of just, just doing the work, it's like being in the building and the four walls fall down, and as far as you can see, opportunity, peace, love, blessings. You know what I'm saying? And I wake up sometimes, I can't believe my life like this. I'm like, damn, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
You still wake up and feel that way?
Absolutely. I mean, because it ain't just, monetary stuff. It's like the quality of life.
Mm-hmm.
My quality of life is different, and the people, the quality of life of the people around me is different. You know what I'm saying? I view family different. I view my friendships differently. You know what I'm saying? I view my, my time differently. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to tell you what I just got done doing, because you wouldn't believe me.
What you just got done doing?
But it wasn't much, but it was a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I'm being for real. It's just like, I the smallest things are like, damn, I could do that. You know what I'm saying? You'll see once you get on the other, because success, it's a beautiful thing, but you always got to be able to balance it too. You know what I'm saying, with life. Because it makes no sense of having all these things if you really can't enjoy them. You know what I'm saying? Or enjoy them with the people you want to enjoy them with. So to answer your question, I'm at a 12 out of 10 right now. I think that's pretty good.
That's pretty damn
good. Back in 05, I was probably about at a 1 and 1.
So that was going to be my next question, comparing it to 05.
05, I wanted to jump off a building. You know what I'm saying? Clearly. Yeah, because I was against, odds. And, comparing it to 05, I mean, I was clearly not in the space that I'm in now, and there was a lot of things about life that I didn't understand, and there was a lot of blaming that I was doing because I wasn't having it my way, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Now, a lot of the things that you went to early on in your career, do you think that if you had like a better circle of people around you, you wouldn't be in a lot of issues and stuff that you had going on?
Absolutely. But I don't regret it either, though, because now wholeheartedly, if somebody asks me for some advice, I can tell you both sides. And then it took me to be a better person to get better people around me too, right? Because if you trauma bonding with somebody, and y'all
Facts,
both,
that's a real thing.
It's a real thing for sure.
Y'all both ain't right. You know what I'm saying?
That's a real thing.
Just like, nobody's gonna want you around them if you bring in bad energy as well. So I just think that it took me to go through all that to get to a space to want to work on myself enough for me to be able to walk in the room and people be like, I could feel you got good energy. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Ambassador Young. He told me one day, he said, boy, you got God in you. I didn't know what that meant, but I just ran with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so one thing that I did learn from you being around you for the 3 years that I was around a lot and traveling with you, I understood the word vision. You were trying to get me to do some executive things, and I just at the time didn't think I was ready for. But now I'm over here like, oh, okay, as I have executive level jobs now, I'm over here like, oh, this is what Snow was talking about. This is what Big Dog was talking about. I didn't see the vision that you had. But the crazy thing is, I have so much clarity now.
Right.
Versus what you were trying to tell me.
Right.
This is like pre-pandemic a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to give you your flowers on that.
I receive that.
Very few people have vision to see
Right.
10 years ahead, 5 years ahead.
Well, to be honest with you, it was you though.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I just saw a lot in you. I saw the way you was moving and the way you understood and the way you knew how to mobilize people. But I also saw it from a higher level, meaning like, you know, you were operating at this level, but I seen the potential to be at this level. And it's just you settling into what I told you. I was like, you're going to be bigger than Ryan Seacrest. He was like, what are you talking about? But I appreciate you trusting me enough to even ask me, you know, for advice. You know, we done met at some hookah lounges late night, had some real conversation, right? Just talk about life. And I appreciate that. And that's all a contribution to me being around, you know, brothers that pour into me. So you want to pour into the brothers that reach out to you. So I receive and appreciate you even taking my advice. I mean, Lord knows I didn't know I was right. I just felt like, hey man, if anybody could do it, it's you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Now, you about to be back on tour. Did this tour start officially?
Yes.
So you back on tour. That New York one was crazy.
Yeah, no, Miami was crazy too, man. Okay. Miami was shout out to Miami, shout out to Harlem. We actually closed down the Apollo. It was their last show. Shout out to Charles Phillips for making that happen. And so it was their last show. I think they're gonna renovate for like 2 years. So we had to imagine that from Georgia. You got the opportunity to set down the Apollo.
That's crazy.
Right.
That's crazy.
So shout out to the Apollo staff for showing up full force. But shout out to Miami, man. Like Miami's always a vibe. It was beautiful. And all the people that flew in from different states and different cities to celebrate. But it was the kickoff of the tour. And just to walk around that corner and just see all that black excellence. But to be showing up in Miami like that was, and you know, to start a tour off in Miami and then the middle point for the anniversary be in Atlanta and then you ended in Detroit, somebody was thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to your team too, because your social media game is on point.
Yeah, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we try.
Nah, man, like even like the introductory skit with DC Young Fly.
Yeah,
you caught me off guard with that.
Yeah, that's something I wanted to do, man. Shout out to Chris Tucker too, because I reached out to Chris. He like, man, you gotta get DC to do this. And I love the fact that he's like, man, DC's gonna kill it, bro. And that was a vision of mine. I just wanted to show. And the thing is, you know, I'm very keen on where I'm at in my career, my age, and everything. So I'm just leaning into my true self, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's take a quick commercial break.
Yes.
We'll be back with Jeezy right here on the Revolt Show, on the BallerAlert Show, brought to you by Revolt.
Believe that.
Defiance Fuel, what up?
Yeah.
That's right, man. We are back right here on the BallerAlert Show on Revolt TV. Jeezy's in the building.
What up, though?
Now your golfing game is
yeah.
You on point now. I'm paying attention to the swing and
we're getting there. I love it.
Okay.
Yeah, man. You know, growing up, you know, you just like, I would never do that. But you know, when you go as hard as we go, man, ain't nothing like some fellowship, getting out there with a couple of guys.
So you got Tip out there, or Tip has been out there?
Yeah, he's been out. I seen Braun out there the other day too, man. I mean, it's something because it's challenging. For one, you know what I'm saying? It's challenging in the golf course is a lot like life. You know what I'm saying? You may hit a bad shot, but it still sets you up for the next shot. So what you gonna do next? So that's how I look at it. And you can never go wrong with some good music. You know what I'm saying? A good stick and something to sip on with the guys.
Yeah, people be getting lit out there on the golf course.
Yeah, I try not to get lit because that's when you lose. I can't. You know what I'm saying? I try to keep it in the middle, at least act like I'm drinking. You know what I'm saying? So I can make something on my A game.
I like to see the legends out there playing golf because
that's
man, something that I didn't foresee. 2005.
When I saw Big Bank out there, I knew it was real.
That's
you knew it was real.
I knew it was real.
Because I would never imagine Bank playing golf.
I knew it was real.
How hard is it to play golf?
It's hard. It's because it's you can't beat the course. So it ain't like a basketball game where you playing against an individual. You're playing against that course. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like, you know, it's like you're trying to get this small ball into this hole. And it's like, you know, you can hit it too far, you can hit it too left, you can hit it too right, but you're challenging yourself on the course. So you only get more comfortable and better, but it's all about confidence. And that's why I say it's a lot like life. You're gonna take small shots, big shots. You may miss, you may lose, but it sets you up for that next shot. When you get that next hole, you get ready to go play the next hole. So it ain't like you just win and you good. You know what I'm
You was
saying?
like, you gotta do it again.
You gotta do it again. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing it. And to me, like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, that fresh air, man, you know, I ain't been, you know, it'd be hard to get outside sometime and just be in your space, man, and be in your peace. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I ain't answering my phone or nothing while I'm out there. You know what I'm saying? And this is the other part I like too now. And you can look like it. Shout out to shout out to Eastside Golf.
Yeah, because the golf gear,
Oh man,
you know
listen,
what I'm saying?
man, it's like a fashion show when I'm coming down. You feel me? I need the new J's. I gotta, you know, hit up Elijah One. The fit gotta be right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's it.
Now they said a lot of business gets done on the golf course.
Absolutely.
What type of conversations do Jeezy have out there on the golf course?
I mean, anything. I made some power moves just being out there because you got to think if you playing 18 holes with somebody, you get a chance to get to know them, but you also get a chance to know their temperament too. Because if they're a sore loser, you see that. You know what I'm saying? If they don't got confidence, you see that. If they can't hold a conversation, you can see that. It's 18 holes, 4 hours. Unless you're not good, it might be 6 then, but it's 4 hours. So it's like if you sit down with anybody for 4 hours and y'all are doing something constructive together, you'll get a chance to know them. That's like you doing, podcasts with somebody. You sit down with an artist, 45 minutes to an hour, you know a lot more about him than you did. And it also tells you if you trust this person to do this business deal or not. You know what I'm saying? Because business is business, but you get a chance to kind of check the character out. You know what I'm saying? Because some cats go out there and lose. You don't want to play with them no more. You get to throwing their clubs. You like, oh, bro, come on, man.
Yeah, they like the kids that don't get picked.
Get a little nigga's ball back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, speaking of frustration, it is time for
You Got Me Effed Up.
What's some things that get on Snow's nerves? Like, it could be anything. Person, place, or thing.
It could be traffic.
It could be Atlanta traffic. It could
Man,
This bipolar weather.
I don't like to see people not live to their fullest ability. You know what I'm saying? And I just hate to see people not see the good in themselves enough to work on themselves. It's like I can't do more for you than you're willing to do for yourself. And I don't like to see that. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. I've been there before too. But that kind of just throw me off because it's like I can't do it. And I'm like, I don't understand why you can't. You know what I'm saying? And even if you fail, like, okay, you go try something else, but we not going to give up. So when you hear somebody say, I just can't do it no more, I'm tired, I give up, it's like, bro, I still get up at 5:30 every morning. Like, I treat every show like the first. You know what I'm saying? Like I look at it for what it is. It's truly a blessing. I'm grateful for it, but I ain't gonna complain, and I hate complaining. So I think complaining would be my thing.
I hate complaining too. I was literally just having a conversation one time for J-Rock. I was like, man, I was having a conversation with somebody, and you have conversations with people, and then you kind of try to figure out like where their head is, right? And then you say, okay, this person is telling me, oh, they tired of working this job or whatever they was telling me. And I was like, man, I get up every day, and sometimes I do stuff that I don't want to do because I want a better life and a better future for myself.
Right.
And I said, everybody thinks because of what position that you're in, oh, you got a better life because you work this job and your job isn't harder than my job. And I was like, do you do stuff at work you don't want to do sometimes?
Right.
Do you have to go get on a flight that you don't want to do sometimes?
That part. I mean, well, the thing is, you gotta love what you do because that's when it's not work. But another thing is, the last thing you want is somebody in the circle or in the room or at the table that has a complaining engine because we all trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Hit me with the strategy. Like, let me know what how we gonna resolve this. I want to know the resolve. Like, I don't want to hear the complaint or the problem because it's just like problems are made to be solved. I actually love it. My team call me with a problem. I can't wait. I rub my hand like Birdman. Check this out. Why don't we?
Check this out, Playboy. This is what we gonna do.
It gives you a chance to show your skills. You know what I'm saying? I've always solved problems. You know what I'm saying? Trust me. If I had to get it back down 75 South, I got to figure it out. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, if we can't take a car, we're going to take a boat. It's getting there.
Yeah, for
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, I've always loved problem solving. I think that's one of my superpowers. And it's just like, I get it. Everybody don't have the same skill set. However, I'm not scared to go ask somebody what they would do in this situation. Even if it's Ferrari, I'm gonna call you about stuff before too. Like, what do you think I need to do to connect with here? And then he might give me some insight, and I might go sit down with a couple of my guys. Now, by the time I leave and I wake up the next morning, I got a solution, right? But I'm not afraid to ask because I don't know everything. But I would rather ask than complain because the last thing you want to do would be to bust your ass all week. You finally get to some place you got, and then your homeboy calling you like, man, you know, life just bad, bro. You don't even
Oh, you know what I do? I hang up the phone. I'm hanging up the phone. Don't call me with no problems. I'm gonna hang up.
How does Jeezy navigate through that? Because you are a problem solver,
Yeah.
so people do know that you solve problems. So your
Right.
phone is probably going crazy.
I mean, listen, in my former life, I was a life coach. I mean, like, meaning like if I could be something else, like I would quit my job and learn for a living because I just like it. So my question would be like, I say, yo, listen, you want me to listen to you? You want me to side with you, or you want me to tell you what I think?
Which one you want?
Because if you want me to listen, I'm gonna put your speaker up. I'm just gonna listen. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. But if you want me to, you know, side with you, I'm definitely not listening to what you say. I'm saying, yeah, you're right. They wrong for that.
They did you wrong in that
Did you wrong,
situation.
right,
Well, unfortunately, we wrong because we about to go to commercial. When we come back, we gonna be right
Yes.
with Jeezy, the
Yes,
Snowman,
sir.
right here on Revolt TV, the BallerAlert show.
That's right, man. And we are back right here on Revolt TV, the BallerAlert show. Jeezy's still in the building, man. We having some dope conversation going on, man.
For sure.
Yeah.
We do have a mental health check-in.
Uh-oh.
Now, what does Jeezy do to strengthen his mental health? One time for the Faith Project.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody that's on their mental health journey. I mean, I take time to work on myself. You know what I'm saying? Like working on myself, you know, spiritually, physically, mentally, all the things. I mean, I'm doing everything from journaling. I mean, you saw me the other day taking a hike on my property.
For sure.
To you know, just making sure that I'm meditating every morning. Make sure I'm getting enough me time too. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you can work hard, but you still got to celebrate yourself. Celebrate your small wins, your big wins, but also do the things that bring you joy and be around the people that make you happy. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it really is. It's just like you don't ever want to be around people that's bringing you down or giving you their energy because, you know, just by proximity, you can get somebody's anxiety. You know what I'm saying? Just by being around them and listening to them, just kind of take you through their world every day and they're complaining. You can be in it. So sometimes you got to break off. And, you know, for me, it's solitude. I like to be alone. Like I like to research, study, and that's just like my thing. I've always been like that. Like I'm like a narco nerd. You can't tell me nothing about the narcos. But I just find subjects and I just dive in, but that makes me happy. So I'm going to be honest. It's just like solitude and just taking care of yourself, man, taking care of your star player, taking that time to meditate, you know what I'm saying, taking that time to read every day, taking that time to journal. Like journaling is amazing, bro, because it's like you actually writing your thoughts down, and that helps keep it from being bottled in. Because as black men, we don't really like to share a lot, so at least you're sharing it with your journal, so it's coming out some way. Because you haven't wanted to be bottled up, and then you know one of your kids do something, and you overreact. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody do something on your team, and you just snap. You know what I mean? You just want to be in a good place. But shout out to all the brothers just working on their mental health. I'm seeing a lot of that, a lot more than I did, and I'm very happy to see it.
Now, we interviewed Money Long not too long ago, and she said when she having a bad day, she doesn't call it a bad day, she calls it a moment. She take a nap.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I was having a moment a couple weeks ago, and I tried it. I took a nap. I woke up, and my levels was down, and it actually worked. What do you do when you have a moment?
Breathing. Take a beat. You know what I'm saying? Inhale, exhale. If you can control your breathing, you can control your body. You know what I'm saying? And your mind. And it's just like, you know, when we get upset, you know what I'm saying, there's things that go on in our body, like we get less air to our brain, and you're not able to make clear decisions. And I think that a lot of times, you know, I tell people a bad day for the ego is a great day for the soul. Because if you take a beat and you're able to breathe, you're able to check your ego at the door. You know what I'm saying? Because anything I ever did with my ego, it was all bad. I lost. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
it never worked.
Okay.
But taking a beat, you know what I mean? Breathing, because breathing it's a big deal, bro. It could change your life. You know what I mean? Taking a second to take a couple of deep breaths, and it just gives you a second to take a pause to either answer something in a way that you won't regret it later on, or to say something with a clear head. Because when that blood slow down to your brain, you may say and do anything. And one thing I've learned about this life over this time is people never forget, you know, how you make them feel. So if you make somebody feel lesser than, they're never gonna forget that for the rest of their life. You can do better, be better, apologize, but in the back of their mind, they know you got the capability to try to hurt them. You know what I'm saying? To me personally, I think relationships is the most precious cargo in the world. You know what I'm saying? You got to take care of them and nurture them, because these same people, you never know, on your way down might even throw you a lifeline. You know what I'm saying? Because you just never know. Like life is twists and turns. So if you treat somebody bad now, 10 years from now, this might be the same person that can change your life.
Yo, this is crazy. We having this conversation. I had this whole conversation with somebody this morning.
Yeah,
like this exact
sure.
conversation that we have. I always just try to have these open conversations with just friends and talking about like, you know, how you treat people. You know what I mean? Because it's like people that me and Rory talked about this last episode where we were talking about how you would meet an artist, right? Artist is hungry, you know, excited about what they doing. And I said, man, they get that one hit record.
Yeah.
And you think they think they Michael Jackson next time you see them. So it's like you just and then I said
you got PTSD from an artist that did.
Yeah, I got PTSD from artists.
But look at that though. You know what I'm saying? But at least you acknowledge that, because going forward, you know, you'll give the next artist grace because you at least processing it. You know what I'm saying? But I can only imagine some of the things I did at 05. I see people now, I'm like, I'm so proud. Sorry, my brother. I was a different person.
I ain't gonna lie though, big dog. Man. I ain't gonna lie. 05, I really can't name anybody bigger than you in 05.
Yeah, but I was. You listen. I mean, listen. I was bigger than myself in my head. You know what I'm saying? Because I was doing some. You know what I mean? But you know, I was living out of you know, scarcity and survival. It's different when you're living from abundance, and I mean that. Like, I'm not worried about nothing. Like, I can protect myself physically, whatever it comes, race cars, fight dogs, shoot guns, I can do it all. That's not the point. The point is I got self-control, got self-awareness, and I'm cool with that. But also I know going forward that every interaction I have with somebody is an interaction that I can have from a honest and real place, and it's not them meeting who I was back in the day, because I messed up a lot of great relationships like that.
Because you get some fans that might be timid to, like, they might see you, they may be like,
but I like I like the ones that be like, "What's up, dog?" You know what I'm saying? But like when they get to touching on you, like I'm like, "Hey, bro, don't do that." You know what I'm saying? It's still
I don't know why people do. I don't know why people do that. Like
it's still me, bro. Like I'm boxing 6 times a week, bro. Like it's real. I can be a Golden Glove if I want to. You know what I'm saying? I'm being honest. Like, you know, I take it seriously. You know, jiu-jitsu the whole nine. Like, it's happening. You know what I mean? So it's like, but you know, I just feel like it's one thing to respect someone. Someone I would respect, I would definitely be like, man, I love your work. I love what you do, but I'm not gonna touch somebody physically, like touch them. And definitely, like when you out with your kids, man, you gotta give me some grace, bro. You can't be like, you the realest nigga.
Your dad right now. For sure.
You the realest, JC. I know you with your kid.
You know what I'm saying?
You still gotta be like,
right.
I ain't gonna lie.
It's all love, big dog.
the fan don't like you got certain artists that got fan, but to me, you got super fans. So
yeah.
You literally raised like certain people.
But it's love when they come to you a certain way, and it's just like respect. I sit there and have a conversation. I did it. I was at a summit the other day, and I sat down with a brother, and he was like, "Man, I know you heard this a lot, but you changed my life." And then I could just see it in his eyes because I have. I'm like, "But tell me about how I changed your life." And he sat down. And he went to tell me that he just got out of prison. He got sentenced to a life sentence, 150 some years.
Damn. Ooh.
Did 32 of them, but he was innocent. So he's from Milwaukee. They got him out on this project they did and got him out. But imagine if I didn't sit down and have that conversation with him. You know what I'm saying? He would have probably walked away like, damn, I thought that was my guy. But he couldn't even take a minute to have a conversation. And matter of fact, I left inspired just by talking to him. You know what I'm saying? So if it's love, it's love. But if it's crazy, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm still me.
Nah, for sure. All right, well, let's go. Let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be back with the BallerAlert show by Revolt.
That's right, man, and we are back right here, the BallerAlert show on Revolt TV. Jeezy's in the building. We over here trying this energy drink. It's called Edge.
Yes.
Now, I had this when I came to your street foundation.
Yes.
They tackled me as soon as they saw me. They was, Ferrari, you gotta try this drink.
Oh, this drink is good.
Yeah. It's dope,
I
man.
literally drank 4 of them there.
Yeah,
I was wired.
I'm not even an energy drink person, and I drink them. You know,
I'm not an energy drink person either.
because it don't feel like all sugary and crazy. It's just like it's good. You know,
It's got good. One thing I said to them immediately, I was like, the aftertaste is good.
Yes.
Sometimes with the energy
drinks. Yeah. Red Bull in particular.
The aftertaste is trash. Which leads me into the entrepreneur.
Yes.
Jeezy, the entrepreneur, man. In a time when you were on your entrepreneurship, it was in the South when, you know, we seen a lot of people on the East Coast be big entrepreneurs and on the West Coast, and then even Midwest when Nelly had the apple bottom and stuff like that. Only a few people from the South had their own line. You had
8732.
8732.
Yep.
You did some Avion for a while.
Yep.
I remember that.
Sold that, built that up, sold that, the Preneur card.
Built that, sold that.
Yeah, the Preneur card.
Defiance Fuel.
Defiance Fuel.
That's been there for a while.
Yep. Defiance Fuel is definitely picking up. Shout out to the team for that. Edge. I like to, associate my stuff that fits my lifestyle. Like in all just it has to be authentic to how I'm truly living. You know what I'm saying? And if it's not authentic, I'm definitely not doing it because of the money. Like when the Avion space, I was crazy about tequila at the time. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, oh, this is it, because it was clean. It was no hangovers. It's a great product. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I indulged in it the way I did. But I would tell anybody with entrepreneurship, just make sure whatever it is, it's something that you have a real interest in. And if it doesn't make money, at least, you setting yourself up for the next thing. You know what I mean? Real estate I grew up in a trailer, smaller than, 40s tables.
Parkersville.
Yeah.
The mosquitoes out there big as hell.
Man, they'll pick you up and carry you away. You know what I'm saying? But and real estate was a big thing. I promised myself, like, there's no way that I would ever let my family or my kids be in a situation that this is all we have. I mean, a thunderstorm would have blew it away. Sure. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like real estate was big for me because it was just like owning something and knowing that we have it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I went head first in real estate. But if you see things that I'm affiliating myself with, because I either have a general passion for it or something that's in my wheelhouse that I understand that it's going to bring, betterment for the greater good. Like water, you got to, and I hated drinking water when I was like 05. I probably
Crystal
or Waffle House. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no water. I was like, well,
It wasn't no
you be out
water.
there be like, you want some water? What you drink? I'm like, nah, bro, we don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how the life we was living.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So to get to a space where you got clean skin now because you take care of yourself, water has a big part of that. So I definitely wanted to be a part of a water brand that represented that.
Now, have you ever thought about, my bad, BT, have you ever thought about a restaurant or anything like that?
Yeah, I got a couple of concepts. I had a restaurant in Buckhead, American Cut, over in the shops of Buckhead, but of course COVID killed us. Yeah, they went in. But at the same time, I've been thinking of some new concepts. Restaurants are tough. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's cash money, so you got to really be on it. But there are a lot of other things that I've really been like taking my time to research. But I'm definitely gonna bring something to the city that hasn't been here for sure.
Now, did you ever think at this point you was gonna be at this point in your life, like when you first got into the game?
Nah, man, I was just hoping to see tomorrow. I couldn't even plan for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Like I never even looked at holidays like that because it's just like you felt like you planning for something that might not come because of your circumstances. And to be honest with you, it wasn't until I started to write The Recession is when I kind of was just like, oh, you still alive? You ain't in jail? Like, you can do this. You know what I'm saying? Because before that, from Streets is Watching to TM 101 to The Inspiration, I just had a lot of survivor's remorse because I didn't know. Like, I was still under the assumption that any day somebody can knock on my door and tell me I got to come with them. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm going to get into something in the street that's not going to play out well because it was just that type of time. So it took me a while to get to a space where I just was like, damn, okay, like, I ain't, platinum, I had TM 101 was platinum. I didn't look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, shit, we both was platinum at the time. You know what I'm saying?
I remember the stories of you pulling up as a new artist in the same car as somebody who is the CEO of a company,
and that was intentional.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I was intentional. That's something I learned from the streets. If you know anything about Atlanta, like Magic City was the office, meaning like if you want to do anything in the world, you go to Magic City. If it's street, if it's music, if it's politics, because that's where all the people that are movers and shakers were at the time. And I was intentional about the jerseys I was wearing with my name on the back, the chains I had with my name on it, the type of watches I wore, because these were the people that was going to look at it and say, yep, he checks out. We already ran his history. And it's a different time now. Nobody really cares if you're real or not. And that's that.
Yeah.
But Yeah, it was intentional because to me it was marketing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we go in the club, get 100,000 ones. You know what I'm saying? Throw it up. You know what I mean? Sometimes 200,000. But you know, it wasn't a tax write-off at the time. It was marketing. Because I'm like, if I can get people to pay attention to me while my music is playing, then that could be a bigger play for me. And that's exactly what happened. You know, rest in peace to Fernando, but you know,
he was a DJ.
He was very intricate in making sure that the music was played. And I ain't gonna lie, I don't know how much I spent, but I can tell you it was some $100,000 nights that I went up there and you know, just did what I do. And he called me back a few months later. He's like, yo, you got to come see this. And I just remember him playing Trap or Die from top to bottom. And everybody was reciting every word. And I said, damn, like, that shit actually worked. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, it worked. And it started there, and it was able to spread out everywhere because Magic City was the hub. So you got people from Birmingham, people from Dallas, people from Chicago, people from Illinois, people from here, people from there. And they going back like, yo, it's this kid named Jeezy coming to the club. Him and his crew, they make it rain. They buy bottles. They do all this, and the music is great. And that's how it worked.
Now, why do you think the artists in today's generation don't have longevity like the artists from your generation?
Well, I think two things. I think that the first thing is that, you know, social media is a tool and it's great, but it's instant. You know what I'm saying? It's the difference between, you know, making some instant grits or really getting in there like your grandma used to do it. You know what I mean? It's like, it's quick, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, it's harder to sustain that when you ain't doing like grassroots stuff. Like people remember me passing out Trap or Die CDs and putting it on their car, and they seeing me out in the streets and I'm actually putting up posters myself with my team. It's just a different type of feel than logging on to something and pushing a button and actually liking someone because you don't know what it is you truly like about them.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like, you know, some of the greatest leaders and presidents, they really got out there in the street. That's why people respect Martin Luther King so much. He was of the people. And it's just like, it's hard to be of the people if you're just putting up content on, you know, on social media. It works, but we have not yet got the data back to see how long it's sustainable.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, let's unsustain and go to commercial.
Yes.
We'll be right back with the BallerAlert Show on Revolt.
Cheer! That's right, man. We are back right here, the BallerAlert Show on Revolt TV. Jeezy still in the building with this amazing energy drink that we've been drinking.
Called Edge. Now,
Edge.
Big bro, one thing I thought that was dope, and I saw on YouTube, I can't remember exactly where I saw it, your recording style in the beginning of your career.
Yeah.
I saw that had started, it was trending on YouTube.
Yeah.
Can you explain how you recorded then versus how you record now? Because I've seen how you record now, but
yeah, I'm a lot quicker now though.
Okay.
I'm a lot like
because it was like a punch in type of.
Yeah, I got a different type of confidence now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Wait, what you? Fill
It
us in.
It was a punch in thing. You would do one part.
Yeah, I would literally do one word.
That's how you used to record?
Yeah, I do one word, stack it, skip the next two, do another word, stack it. And then I do all the way down, and then I come back
and then fill
go
them
fill
in.
it in, and then go back over, and then do an
Chill.
end punch.
Go back and listen though.
Over. So it's almost like I use my voice. I use my voice as like the last instrument, but on any given verse, it could be at least 10 to 15 stacks on it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Go back and listen. You go hear it. You actually hear it.
Even the ad libs are stacked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're not because I just use my voice like a instrument, right? So I get the tone.
Right.
Yeah.
Look, that's the laugh. What made you start doing? What made you start doing it?
What made you say ha ha?
I mean, I was just saying some fly shit, man. I had to get it up, you know,
I ain't
because
gonna lie,
that's what
I
it
steal that
was.
sometimes on the
I was
radio.
really like hyping myself up.
Facts.
Because once you get the verse laid down, it's like this the icing on the cake. So how you gonna make this more entertaining and interesting? It's the ad libs and where you put them, and they got to be just in the right spot. And it's just like it's a formula, you know what I'm saying, that I learned over the years, but I also saw it. So meaning like when you get on the stage, those arena records sound different when it's 15 stacks. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's a sing-along. You know, I used to have nothing, but now I got a whole lot. That's why they say it like that.
That makes sense. Why them songs be going crazy in the club like that?
Because they sing-alongs. So you basically layering them, you know what I mean? So that when you hear them, there's only one way to do it. You can't not like just sit there and listen to it. You got to sing along with it. And if you write your verses like hooks, so then my verses were 12s, right? So in my mind, the first 8, I'm not even writing. I'm just doing it like I would do a hook, and then I listen to it and add 4 bars to it. So you got a hook, there's a verse, there's a hook, there's a verse, there's a hook. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I'm looking at Lil V because he a DJ, so he has to play your records. But it makes sense because we play your records in the club, and then you play some new stuff, and it don't hit like your records.
Yeah, because it was very intentional about the cadences, because it ain't what you say, it's how you say it. You know what I'm saying? And then it's what the vocabulary is. Like the average person don't want to think. So if you're saying all these crazy words, they're not gonna get it. But if you can say it,
Trying to get too lyrical,
right? You just say it in a way that they can recite it. Because there's a formula to and rest in peace to Shakir Stewart. He always told me if it's club, street, and radio, that's your record.
Wow.
And that's how I went about all my records, and I can see them. So it's like if I'm recording a song, I can see the song and I know when it's gonna be done. You know what I'm saying? So I know what Soul Survivor's gonna sound like when it's done. I can see it. And then that's how I know I'm done with the record. But then I also know the cadence that has to go on there for people to say it. And now they can't sleep. We living in hell. First they give us the work, then they throw us in jail. That's the call and response. You know what I'm saying? So you're writing it like that because you're like, you know, when I get on the stage, because that's how I'm writing it. I'm not writing it to listen to them.
You're writing to
perform.
perform.
Yes. When I get on the stage, this is what I want it to feel like. So every intro I've ever done, from a mixtape to whatever, I'm writing it with the people that's out there in mind. So that's why I'm making sure that the energy there and it's not like really like boring.
I used to hit the kitchen lights.
Yeah,
It was
cockroaches
cockroaches
everywhere.
Hit the kitchen lights.
That's
Mama floors everywhere.
I used to hit the kitchen lights and see cockroaches too. So I can relate.
It ain't what you say, it's how you say it.
But that's the difference now that you say that. Because now I feel like artists are writing for TikTok.
I just smell money. Oh, it's hitting me. My bad.
No, you good. But that makes sense because it's like now artists are writing for TikTok.
Right.
Now we only know 15 seconds, and then a DJ has to switch out a TikTok song in 15 seconds.
Or go right to the 15 seconds of the TikTok.
That's how it's instant though. You know what I'm saying? Because you're putting these challenges with it, or you putting these. My daughter said something to me the other day. It's like, you never heard this song. Let me hear it. It's on TikTok. She played it. I was like, that's so for real, Candy Rain. You know what I'm saying? But to them, it's new. So, because it's so much other music to consume, they're having to go back and get it and put things with it so that they can hear it again. And it sounds new to them, which is a good indicator for us, because that tells me what's old will come back.
Ain't I?
The one
Young
that,
LA.
Sean Paul.
Oh
yeah, shout out to Sean. That's hard though. I like that record. Yeah.
A lot of new artists are remixing all like the music from 15, 20 years ago.
Because that's
rarely yours though.
Yeah. I mean, you know,
rarely.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a lot for me to sign off on that. I'm just here for free. It's just like, let me hear the record. You know what I'm saying? I'm like Maxwell. We gotta keep the classes classy. You know what I mean? Like Sade. Like, you don't hear a bunch of people on Sade records.
Oh, no,
100%.
But I just think the TikTok is amazing because it does give people exposure and as a platform. But it is volatile, meaning that it's consistent. It could be one thing one day, something else the next day. That's not how we consume music in our day. You know what I'm saying? We actually have people that we, you know, inspired to be, or we wanted to dress like or be like, and we kind of just followed their moves and listened to their music as a soundtrack. I don't think that people are buying into who people are. They just like the sound of whatever they're doing. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like you want to go home and be like this person.
Yeah, because
I
definitely had a snowman shirt
know,
on and they kicked me out of school.
You
don't want to come home to your kids with a Pooh Shiesty mask on. They could be like, oh shit. Dad.
Hey, I don't want to see nobody in Shiesty. If I see somebody with a Shiesty mask, I'm going the other way. I'm like, hey, 100%. Man.
Right, but you feel me?
I don't see nobody. Y'all stop wearing these damn Shiesty masks, man.
No, you can't even wear it in the mall or nothing no more.
Yeah, I will.
Man, I be seeing people still wearing them Shiesty masks.
Certain places,
I be at the airport. I be like, how is this person with a Shiesty mask?
But what I'm saying is, you might like the music. There's some people that I like their music that wear the Shiesty mask.
They call it a Pooh Shiesty mask. Really, it's a ski mask.
Right, but that don't make me want to wear it, because what it does is bring me back to remedies in time. Anybody I saw with a ski mask.
Oh, it's up. They gonna say give it up.
Right.
Well, listen, big dog. We just want to take this last part to tell you, man, we appreciate you over the years. thank you for all that you do for me personally, BT as well.
For sure.
It was some times where, you just invited us. We came and watched the Super Bowl with you.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it was just a closed set. It was just you, me, a Fly Guy DC, BT, and a couple others. You are necessary to the fabric of the culture. Thank you for allowing me to travel the world with you for those 3 years. I think that was. I always, whenever I'm teaching this guy, I always bring your name up.
Okay.
He always talks about
I was a snow, bro. I'm always saying it, but I learned how to move, man. I just understood. I was like, man, you snow move like the president, boy. Man, security gonna come through and check the whole spot.
Right.
An hour before we even gonna be there.
You be like, yeah, man, when I be in snow, these the hotels. These 5-star hotels, man. I
ain't gonna lie.
we stay at presidential.
Hey, for sure. Get on the boat. Pull up the Nikki's on the beach or whatever. We gonna ride on the boat.
Y'all was probably on Kiki.
Kiki's on the river. Kiki's on the river. Yeah.
Kiki's on the river. See.
Yeah. Put up on that.
See, that's some rich people stuff.
Not really. It's some other people.
Okay.
And then Super Bowl weekend. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
man.
I still got it.
I love seeing you wearing that, bro.
Yeah. Come on,
yeah, man.
How'd you get that again?
First of all,
how'd you get that again?
We was at Opium Super Bowl party. You know what I'm saying? Jeezy stopped the club. He got on the mic and was like, "Man, I appreciate all you do for me, Ferrari." You know what I'm saying? He took it off his wrist, put it on mine.
Yeah. It looked better on your wrist though.
Hey, man, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, he showed me that watch. I'm like, damn.
At first, I didn't believe it. I didn't wear it for like a month.
I know. I
was scared.
I had to call him and tell him, but you good.
Like, are you sure? Because I can bring this back to you tomorrow.
He like my boy had a little too much Avion.
I ain't gonna cap, bro. I ain't gonna cap because
but I really wanted you to have that, bro. And one thing I do know is like, and I receive everything you just said to me. And one thing I do know is that you got to look at it as 10x. Like, pouring into you, just knowing what type of individual you are, knowing that you pouring into BC and y'all still, making moves. That's what it's really
still
about.
Cool with DC?
Yeah, that's what it's really about, because it's just like, everybody don't receive, you know what I'm saying? And the people that do, they're going to go out and do the same thing. And I appreciate the fact that you even acknowledging the fact that a lot of that came from our conversations, but to see you pouring back at them and telling them the hotels and how we move, all that's vital. There's things you can't learn in school.
That conversation I had last week.
Yeah, last week.
We talked about that last week.
No, we literally talked about. He like, yeah, man, Jeezy, man, we staying at these hotels like this, man. We 5-star hotels, we looking like this. I'm like, damn.
Right. Hey, we try to beat out Ryan Seacrest. We got work to do.
You allowed me to stand right next to you, and that has never happened to me before.
Right.
And it had other people put me at that high level. The price went up.
Yeah,
every time.
Absolutely.
So
we
talked about that. Look at the rest and say the price went up.
No, but I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
We talked about that though, like just knowing your worth and just just continuing to like, because I've seen you do a lot of things, bro. Like, and you handle it well, from your family life to how you handle other people to how you always on point and responsible. Like you and DC and you guys have always been like just stand up guys. So I don't expect nothing less from y'all. And I think the best is yet to come. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, shouts out.
Thank you for always answering the phone when I call you.
Of course. You're my boy.
You have never told me no. You have altered the answer. But you have never told me no. I appreciate that.
That's that wisdom. Like, have you ever thought about this though?
Jeezy in the building. We appreciate you, Big Dog. Any shout outs? Anything you want to?
Man, shout out to BallerAlert, man. Shout out to Revolt. Shout out to you guys.
Robin said to tell you hi.
What's up, Robin? I'm waiting to get you on that golf course. And
man,
everybody just pull up to the show, man. The show is gonna be amazing. 20 years we celebrating. It's your party, so be in your best black tie, black dresses, all that. I'm pull up to a city near you. Pull up on your boy. Boom.
Boom. Peace.
Yeah.